Welcome to Afghan Oral History, a slice of Afghanistan in Wales. This is a oral history project by Kiran Kamri when we are collecting oral histories from Afghan diaspora in Wales, the people who migrated to Wales from Afghanistan. Today we have Mrs. Tamanna Nisar Ahmed. She is from Afghanistan. Mrs. Ahmed, welcome to the Afghan Oral History Project. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So I would like to ask you, where do you live in Wales presently?
Presently, since I moved into UK, I live in Cardiff.
So you always lived in Cardiff?
Yes.
Good. So can you tell me brief about your journey to Wales from Afghanistan? How did you come here? Why did you come here? Share, if you want to share any experience, memorable experience of your journey from Afghanistan to Wales, please.
Yes, of course. So I came here in an easy way, I could say, because I got married, and then within a week, my visa was ready for me to travel to UK with my husband and his family. To be honest, it was a shock for me. Going away from my family, I still remember it, and it still hurts because some memories are very strong. So we came to London, and from London we came to Cardiff. I do remember the journey. It was evening time when we arrived in Cardiff, and back then the central station was like taxi spots, and we took a taxi home. But I always, when I think back, I left, a part of me back home, because my whole family was there, and I was never parted from them. And I was excited to start my life, my new life as well.
So it is
mixed emotions,
mix of joy and sorrow
together.
Yeah. You lived in Afghanistan, so you have the memories of Afghanistan there. What cultural practices you can think that you used to practice in Afghanistan and also you practice here? What are the cultural or traditional or your everyday rituals or practices that you practiced in Afghanistan, also you practice here still?
So the ritual and religion related is the praying and reading Quran. We always do that at home. My children, myself, my husband, we all practice that every day. That hasn't changed. But the other rituals or the celebration that we have in Afghanistan is like Eid. We have two Eids, and Nowruz, which is the new year for us in Afghanistan. We do celebrate it here with a few friends and family members, but it's never the same.
Not to the scale like
no, because the back home, the environments, the ambience is something else. When the Eid is there, it's Eid, but here it's just like a day. But we my family and my friends are trying to make the most of it. So then my children know that it is Eid.
So that's a very important point you touched, that you're as a community, as a family, you're trying to pass the heritage on to your children.
Yes.
Like a pass it so that they know their heritage, they know their culture.
So in first day of Eid, we have to eat. One is after fasting, 1 month of fasting, and one is when we sacrifice the lamb or sheep. So on both days, the first day of Eid, it's the ritual that the men go to mosque, perform a prayer, come back home, and then the celebration starts. All the girls or the women wear new clothes, and we make house food, sweets for the guests who arrive, and then after that we go and visit our eldest family members, and then go to friends' house. Yeah.
So you still follow here?
Yes, we do.
Very good. So by living in Wales, did you have to amend or stop, discontinue or change any of your rituals, religious practices, cultural practices, a part of your everyday life? Anything you had to amend or change because you migrated from Afghanistan to Wales?
If I think about it socially, it was very limited when we moved in here because there was no a lot of practices in community. We didn't know anyone, so for a long time we stayed. I can't say isolated, but we didn't know a lot of people, and there was limited chances who you can meet, especially Afghans. There were less Afghans around, and everyone was, juggling their own life to get used to living here. So everyone was busy, but I did miss, the connection which you have with your friends, and we suffered a little bit from that.
So, do you think that Mrs. Ahmed in Afghanistan, then obviously before your marriage, and here in Wales, is a changed person? As a person, have you changed yourself in terms of how you think, how you access your community things around?
I think if I lived back home in Afghanistan, I would be more freer and happier, only because there will be more support and there will be more family around. Like I'm thinking uncles, aunties, their children. So there will be a lot of people who you can reach to and spend time with. Here is limited. So I think here I'm happy here as well, but it's a different life from there.
So you miss your family members
Yes.
here. Yeah. Do you keep in touch with them by phone or by any other way?
Yeah, it's very much easier now because back then I didn't have a phone. They didn't have it was just a landline. There was no such a mobile thing 16 years ago. So yeah, whenever I had chance, I had to top up the phone with a calling card, and that's it. It would give me only 5 minutes just to ask them how they are, but I couldn't share my experience. I couldn't share my things that I was going through, and it was hard.
What has been your biggest challenge, or what are the challenges you faced living in Wales? And if you can also share what are the positive experiences you got while you live in Wales?
So the challenge, I would say, making friends. That's challenging because there was limited places that you can meet people since we started, and having children, I took them to play groups and everyone, but it was only not like a connection that you make a friend. You would meet people, very nice people, but it was just temporary. So I miss my friend, friendship bond. That was the biggest challenge, and the language was a lot challenging back then. It was the biggest challenge to learn to speak to the standard that people say, oh, it's okay, your English is good. Although I went to the English courses in Afghanistan, but when I came here, it was totally different. So I had to start from the beginning. That was more challenging for me, and I think language barrier stopped me from making friends as well.
Positive.
The positive one, yeah. I could say the best thing that happened to me is my children. I'm very happy to have them, and since they came to my life, they shed like a light in my life, and they give my life meaning. Once they're in my life, now living in Cardiff was not so hard, and there was a meaning to it, and I'm very fortunate for all of them.
How do you like living in Wales? Because you've seen other places.
Yeah.
What's your idea about living in Wales?
So I have very positive feeling about Wales, and as I said, 16 years now living in Wales. I would not change it. I would prefer always living in Wales. Maybe different part, it doesn't matter. But I see Wales now like my home.
Great. Thank you, Mrs. Ahmed. And we come to the end of the interview. Thank you.
Thank you.